What the hell? Oh my gosh. Brian, text me the address for the field. I don't know what field it is, okay? What's up, guys? It's Ricardo, junkguysdfw.net. Turn this music down a little here. All right, man. What's up, guys? It's Ricardo. It's Sunday. It is December the 5th. I don't even know what day it is. Sunday. And I wanted to come on here and do a video. I had tried, let me see, what's this do? I had tried to do a live video a couple of days ago, and I had a lot of trouble with my audio, so I didn't shoot the video, and it was just a complete mess. So I wanted to do that video because it was really on my mind after I had done another video about expenses and how, you know, for the field. Yo, text to me for the field. Okay, who's that? I have no idea. Spotless junk removal. All right. So anyway, guys, let's get on with this show. Let's get on with this. So my top expenses that can ruin a junk removal business owner. Spotless junk removal. I see you in the chat room. What are you talking about, brother? You want directions for? Oh, it's okay. Is this what you're wanting? Because I just got a text to me. 301 Pony Parkway. Hold on. I'm going to get on with the video in just a minute. Grapevine, Texas. Oh my gosh. What is this about? All right, there it is. All right, so I want to do a video about my top expenses that can ruin a junk removal business owner. These were the expenses that will come up and you don't even realize them. So I made a list. I actually got this list. I wrote it down a couple of days ago. Tried to shoot a video. It didn't work out that great. So I want to do it right now and just get on with it because I've been stalling too long. One of your main expenses that you're going to always have is going to be your truck expenses. I think having your truck expenses can honestly ruin your business. So imagine you're making money, you're doing junk removal, you've been doing it for 6 to 8 months to a year, and then all of a sudden that truck that was so loyal to you, that truck that was so great for you breaks down. It breaks down on you and you're left with really, it gets so frustrating. Having a broken down truck can really honestly ruin you. It can really ruin your whole business, and you will eventually not be able to do any more business because of that reason. But just imagine that big old expense of having a broken down truck, okay? Just having just imagine that this is that truck that you use on a daily basis, and all of a sudden it breaks down on you and you're just like, oh my God, I don't have $3,000, $5,000 to fix my truck. You know, they say economically a major breakdown of any work truck, a commercial fleet truck, usually runs from $2,500 to $5,000. Can you imagine that? Imagine you're doing junk removal, you're barely paying your bills doing that, and then you have a big old breakdown like that, and then how do you get that money? So always be aware of what you're doing, how fast you're driving. I know a lot of people that pull their trailers and doing like 90 miles per hour, pulling, 4,000 pounds behind it, and I'm like just blowing my mind. I can't believe it, you know what I mean? My only truck is in the shop now. Well, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about, junk DFW. Junk DFW? I don't even know who that is. Look at that. You got a picture up there? I'm trying to find out who this is. I don't know who that is. Yeah, and that's the biggest problem right there. Now, I mentioned I did a video, and I'm stuck on this number one first because we're going to get on with it. I did a video recently about how I lost 3 trucks in 1 week, and it was true. In less than like 9 days, actually a week and a few days, I lost 3 trucks. I lost my 3500, it went down, the F550 went down, and then my main truck, the F350, went down too. Hey Mike, what's up, brother? How you doing? And it went down too. And I was like, oh, I couldn't believe it. And the good thing about it, my F350 6.7 liter diesel was my main truck at the moment at the time, but it motivated me to fix my other trucks that had gone down and I did. The problem was when those 3 trucks went down. I mean, the solution was when those 3 trucks went down, I jumped in the other 2 trucks, which were the trucks I don't like driving, the F-350 gas truck and the box truck 6.0. And they've been working great for me. I mean, I asked a lot from those trucks, and they've been doing great. So my business did not slow down. I just jumped in other vehicles. Now, good news is I got all my trucks fixed. Out of the 5 trucks that I own, 4 of them are perfectly working. 1 is still in the shop right now, and that's the 3500. All right, guys, let's go to the second biggest expense that you're going to get in junk removal, and that's going to be market expenses. You're going to get business cards. You're going to get T-shirts. You're going to get your employees' T-shirts. You're going to get logos on your trucks. You're going to get logos on a wrap on your truck. You're going to you try to get cups. You get pins, you market your trailer, you wrap your trailer, you wrap your truck, and those expenses can add up really fast. And I'm going to be honest with you, if you notice my fleet of trucks, only like 2 of them are wrapped. The other trucks, I don't really care. I'm going to tell you why, because the money comes in the same way if they're wrapped or not wrapped. Now, I will tell you, I do get pulled over by customers when I'm driving my yellow trailer and they take pictures of my trailer. That does help me out, but I'll be honest with you, when I'm doing so many jobs in one day, losing one job or gaining one job doesn't make a big difference, okay? I want to just be able to show you that marketing your vehicle, marketing your business with pamphlets, point of sale items, just things like, marketing tools that people can see is not that much of a big deal. Okay, I just want to say that. Okay, to me, it's not much of a big deal, and you shouldn't concentrate on just getting T-shirts. Go to Walmart, buy those neon T-shirts, get some business cards if you want. I mean, honestly, they're not going to make a big difference. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that have wrapped their vehicles and put a magnet sign on the side of the truck and put shirts on and stuff, and it has not made a difference in your life, in your business. Okay, number 3. Pay-per-click expenses. Now, this is one of the biggest expenses. Now, I'm not going to get into pay-per-click expenses, but I will tell you this, okay? I will tell you this. This will ruin a business. This is a big-time thing. And here's what happens really fast. And I know this not from experience, but from people telling me. Here's what happens. Let's just take something like Home Advisor, okay? Home Advisor, Google, or any of those companies. Home Advisor, when you get in Home Advisor, they ask you to write down all your zip codes. You get those zip codes down, and then they start sending you jobs. Those are jobs that they're sending you. They're automatically charging you already for those jobs. They're going to charge you about $14.99 per job, even if you're not clicking on them. Now, when you click on them, they charge you another $30, and then automatically you've got $15 in because they're sending you the jobs, and then another $30 or $40 because you clicked on the job, and then at that point, you've spent $40 plus the $15, you spent $55, and now you can bid on the job, and you don't get it. And then you do it again, and you do it again, and then it adds up really, really quick. Pay-per-click could get you. Another thing is Google AdWords. I'm not going to kill Google AdWords. I've never used it in my life. I know people that have a lot of success with it, and I know a lot of people that are totally, totally idiotic when it comes to it. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't want to hire a firm or somebody else to do it. But I will tell you this. Google, if you don't know how to work Google and you don't know how to do it, don't do it, because you will sink a lot of money into it and not get any business. That's a big one, okay? That's a big one. I just want to tell you that. Practice. Ask people about it. I think the best thing you can do is get on YouTube and read articles about how you can view videos about how to actually do pay-per-click on Google, okay? Did I miss it? No, I just started. Junk Underdog. So let's get on with the next one. Number 4, not knowing your price of your insurance, okay? Not getting full bids on your insurance. That's another expense that's really, really bad. I know a junk removal company. I just talked to a guy the other day. He's out of Waxahachie, Texas. And he said, yeah, I got my 2005 Ford 7.3 liter, a great truck with like 200,000 miles on it. I just bought it. And it cost me $7,800. He bought it from one of his companies that he used to work at, a really good friend. He got a really good price on this truck. And we were just talking, and I said, yeah. And he goes, yeah, but this insurance is killing me. I said, what are you talking about, insurance? He goes, well, I got full coverage on this vehicle. I said, whoa, wait a minute. You have full coverage on your vehicle? If your vehicle is paid for, don't get full coverage on it, okay? I'm going to tell you, your vehicle, for you get it in a wreck, if you get a wreck in your vehicle, I'm going to tell you 90% of the time there's going to be more damage on the other vehicle than your vehicle, unless you're getting hit by like a diesel truck or a train. And I don't want to wish this on anybody getting in any kind of wreck, but I'm telling you, full coverage on a vehicle like that, that's ridiculous. That's at like $300-$400. Get normal, coverage, just normal coverage. You do not get full coverage on a vehicle like that, okay? Just get enough coverage to cover the other vehicle and not yours, because I'm telling you, long-term insurance, not really pricing out your insurance correctly, can kill you. It can financially hurt your expenses. Liability insurance, just liability insurance is good enough, okay? Because you're liable for the other car, so that's why they call it liability insurance. Number 5, unnecessary tools is a big expense. You know what I mean? Junk Underdog. No, not right now. I will. I mean, we'll start selling my trucks at the end of 2022. I have something planned. Unnecessary tools, dollies, saws, new sledgehammers, floor dollies. I get all my tools. Every one of my tools I've gotten from Junk Removals. I own about 8 dollies. I own about 12 floor dollies. Every one of my tools, I get them from Junk Removals. Unnecessary expenses, when just wait it out and you'll get some. If you need, honestly, if you're doing a hot tub, you're going to need a saw. So buy a saw. I bought a saw, but I used a saw for about 2 years. No, not even 2 years. I'm sorry, I lied about that. For about a year before it broke down. I got it from Junk Removal, and immediately I found another Makita. I used that one for like 6 months, and it broke down. No wonder they gave it to me free. And then I went and bought, and I splurged for an actual saw. So that could be a big expense, but if it's unnecessary, don't buy it. Just because you think you need it, don't buy it, okay? I slide refrigerators all the time in my videos. I don't use a dolly. I pull them out of the house, they wheel down the driveway, and I throw them in my truck. Sometimes you don't need it all, okay? So just want to say that. And plus, I did notice something about it. A lot of people aren't big people. I'm 6'2", I'm 250 pounds. I'm a big guy. I'm able to throw stuff into the truck. Now, Junk Zombies LLC, we just spent about $1,000 on new tools for the trucks, but definitely worth it. Mostly DeWalt batteries. Well, Junk Zombies, that's one of those things that I don't buy. I never buy wireless, tools. I noticed that when you buy these wireless tools, when you're doing a hot tub, you got to take out the battery like twice, 2 or 3 times. So I stopped doing that a long time ago. I never even recorded it. I use electrical tools with plugs into the wall because I need that tool constantly running. I think the inefficiency of unplugging it, going to the truck, grabbing another battery and plugging it is so inefficient to me. I like the fact of just plugging it to the wall. And another thing that I was telling you, I want to tell you, Junk Zombie, is that like when I'm sawing, I remember using an electrical tool. I was sawing and then it started slowing down. And then my eye started slowing down and I'm like, okay, just run it. And there I'm wasting time thinking that I'm going to get as much juice out of a little battery I can. But I understand, Junk Zombies, if you like them, stick to them. If they work for you, stick to them. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to stop doing it. I just recommend using a plug-in tool. So unnecessary tools. Stop buying stuff that unnecessary when you can get it from a Junk Removal. Okay, number 6. This is one of those expenses that you never, ever expect. And I have been seeing in a lot of Facebook message groups and discussion groups, trucks getting stolen, trucks getting broken into. Imagine that. Imagine you're ready to go to work. And, let's take Junk Zombie for example. He just spent $1,000 on new tools for the truck. And imagine he spent that money. He locked up his truck. He's got a big old lock, a master lock, and he clamps it down and he puts it in his trailer. And then the next morning, someone with a cutting tool cuts through it, steals all his stuff away. Imagine that expense of a robbery or expense of a break-in or stealing a vehicle. Imagine them stealing his truck. What do? That right there is, and if you have insurance, it covers your tools, it covers your truck. But I'm going to tell you, when it's stolen, some insurance don't cover that. And imagine right now how people are claiming so much stuff because of this COVID. Imagine how the insurance companies are so backed up, and you're out for 3 weeks until they give you a check in 6 months. I mean, come on. Trust me, guys. Sometimes these expenses can catch you off guard, and that's being, a robbery, a break-in, a theft of a vehicle. You know what I mean? Even, you know what, Junk Zombies, I'm glad that you said that. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Junk Zombie comes back and says, Our truck has GPS tracking. That is excellent. That is excellent. You said that. So I want to tell you a quick story about what happened to me a long time ago. My F550 was stolen, and I had a tracking device in my F550. And you will not believe this. The tracking device, they had took, after they, get this, this is crazy. Junk Zombies, they took my truck to a shop, and they pulled the batteries out of it. After they pulled out the batteries out of the truck to steal that and then steal parts, the tracking device died on me. So unless it's an independent battery charge, which is very difficult to get, they usually last like 24 hours or 12 days. You better catch that truck really quick. But that happened to me, and believe that my GPS tracker was plugged into my battery of my car, and they took the batteries out, and it was a whole mess. So sometimes having GPS tracking is great for you, but sometimes these fuckers are smart. People that steal your vehicles. Okay, I got some people chiming in. Always have money in the bank. Yeah, always have something saved up. You know what I mean? I know it's tough when you first start. I know it's tough, and I know it's tough to start out. You know what? I'm going to get to that in a minute, but remind me, Junk Underdog, remind me, it's tough to have money in the bank. Just remind me that when I'm over with my number 10 one, chime in that so I can read that off the board. Number 7, and this is the one that frustrates me the most. And I see people doing this, and I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean? What is going on, okay? So Junk Zombies LLC has a GPS that's built in better than last up to 90 days when just sitting there. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's actually good. You bought some high dollar ones. Shit, I'm hoping they steal one of my trucks so I can file my insurance. Put it that way. You know what I mean? Number 7, running a secondary business. Oh, God, dude. That is just not something to do. I own a few businesses. Of course, I own a few businesses. I'm going to tell you my businesses that I own. My first business that I own is my YouTube channel. I make a little money off my YouTube channel, not a lot. I make some money off my YouTube channel, and that includes my videos that I sell on my YouTube channel, which adds up to about $800 a month. Not a lot of money, but it is extra money. But now my 2 other things is recycling. I recycle like crazy. We recycle so much. At the end of the month, I make about $1,000 to $1,200 monthly just recycling, because we're recycling so much. We pick up so much recycling on a daily basis, and we're doing that really quick. But the new thing that I'm making a lot of money on, and you're not going to believe this, is selling things. My sister, who's in charge of resale at my house, at my shop, my headquarters, she takes over that 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. She's such a hustler, so I make extra income with that, and that has become a really, really huge impact on my finances. It's really big. It's crazy because last night I was with my wife, and then my Venmo chimed in, bing, $110. And it said down there from Maribel selling stuff. And I'm like, okay, the day before that, 190, the day before that, 75, the day before. I mean, it adds up so fast. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. In 1 month, I've made a little over $3,500 just on selling stuff. It's ridiculous in 1 month. Okay. Then the next business that I have is the next business, what is it? I was about to say. So I have... I charge 10% for any jobs that I give away. I don't make much off of that. Actually, maybe $300-400 a month, but it's 10% extra. That's $300 or $400 a month that I sell my jobs to other people, and that's okay. That's okay because I'm helping other people out. I don't have to make a lot of money, so there's extra income on all those small businesses. If you don't think those are small businesses, imagine you're going, oh, Ricardo, that's not a small business. Reselling is a small business. I'm going to tell you, I pay electric on that building that my sister uses too, by the way, and yeah, it's a small business. So, but running a secondary business that you have no information of and just spending money when junk removal helped you get there, like doing gutters, like doing mosquito killing or something like that, termite, or doing something like roofing, or doing moving company, the expenses on moving company compared to junk removal when it's almost the same money when you're doing something. Imagine running a secondary business, but putting money into that business because your junk removal is doing so good, and then you start another business, a secondary business, and you're spending so much time over here, but you're not making the profit margins that you are here. Okay? My dad always taught me something: wherever you make more margins, stay at that business. And the service, I stay at that. Number 8. An expense that this is something I frown upon a lot, And that is a business owner that stays at home. That is a business owner that's not on the street. And after 1 or 2 years, he's decided to stay at home, answer the phones, and send his workers out there. And I'm a big person that is against this. I still work on a daily basis. I'm out there hustling. I'm out there lifting stuff. I'm out there putting stuff up. Why? Because I believe in that. If I get older, as I get older, that I will get a little weaker, that my muscles stay, I want to stay in shape, so I tend to be out there working all the time. But not only that, I love the margins, I love how if I make $100, or you know what, for instance, let's take consideration this is a big deal to me. Let's say I make $1,000 and I had 2 guys working 4 jobs for me during the whole day, $1,000. Let's take our expenses really quick. I went to do the $1,000 by myself, okay? That's A. And B is I had employees use my truck to go do and make that $1,000. Well, in A, I'm going to spend $50 in, $100 in fuel, another $100 in dumping, and I'm going to go do the jobs, and I'm going to profit at the end of the day a little over $800, just $800. And I'm just taking normal things. I'm dumping for $100, I'm dumping for fuel, and that's it. That right there is $800, and I made $1,000. And I take those $800 and I pocket those $800, and that's how much I make. That's it. Let's take an employee that you have to hire. Okay, they have the same expenses. They have a dumping of $100, they have fuel of $100, but there's 2 more expenses, and that is employee expense. Okay, that is employee pay. That is their salary, and that's $100 each person. So you sold 1,000, and now you have expenses of $400. It's $100 for each employee, and $100 in fuel, and $100 in dumping. But there's a little hidden expense, y'all. A lot of people don't realize this, and that expense is how they manage your business, how they give customer service to your customers, and how they drive your vehicles. Because see, nobody takes care of vehicles and nobody takes care of their customers like an owner does. 100%, I've never had an employee take care of my business like I do. Another 100%, I've never had another employee sell my business like I do. I am the top salesman. I go out there, I give them, super quality service. Nobody else will do it. Nobody else will run it like I run it. Okay, and I want to. What the hell is this? Did I miss this? Oh man, I think I missed this job. Nobody can do it like I can. Nobody will run it like I can. Okay, so that's a big thing that I'm always pushing against, is having employees that don't, when you can do it, go do it yourself. Okay, I got 2 more. Efficiency. Number 9 is efficiency. Efficiency is a big deal to me. Efficiency is one of the biggest deals to me, and I'm going to tell you why. Because efficiency, getting from one job to another, getting to that job really quick is really important to me, because the quicker I can get to one job, the better off I am. Okay, and I want to tell you that. God, did I just move my screen? Okay. I think efficiency, getting in your truck, starting your truck, warming up your truck, getting gas really fast, getting to that first job, moving from one job to the next job is really, really important in my business, because I'm moving from job to job so quick. Efficiency can ruin you. Efficiency can kill your business. Efficiency is a big thing for me, and I think it's a big expense. I use Google Calendar to keep track of all my schedule. I use Google Calendar to send off jobs to other competitors. I use Google Calendar to keep track of all my 10% that I'm selling my jobs to my competitors. I use so many platforms with Google that's so efficient for me that's why I stay with Google, and that's why I'm always pro Google. But efficiency is a big deal to me. So that can also have a big expense if you're not doing it right. I know. I'm going to tell you, there's a company out of Frisco, Texas, that does 2 jobs a day, but they turn down 3 jobs. And I'm like, they can have 5, but they turn down 3 and they only do 2. And I'm like, I wonder why. And I've learned over the process of talking to these people and over time that they're not that efficient. They're not efficient. They schedule to do a job, and a job that would take me 15 minutes to do, it takes them an hour to do. And that, when I get to a job site, I'm hustling, I'm moving really quick. Anybody who's worked with me knows that I just move on a constant pace, not a fast pace, just a constant medium over pace. All right, guys, so that's it. And number 10 that I wanted to tell you is fuel costs. Fuel costs. Whew. Fuel costs is a big deal. There's not a lot of things that you could do with fuel costs. Fuel costs is one of those permanent expenses that you will always get, but you can prevent some of the fuel costs, and that is by airing up your tires, checking your air filters, be sure that exhaust is coming in pretty good, that the air is coming into your exhaust. I've done a lot of little techniques in the past to help me get better gas mileage, and it actually works. Long term it works. I try to take as much as weight off my trucks that I can. That was a big deal to me. Taking a lot of weight off your truck can change it. The aerodynamics of your trailer can make a big deal out of it. I changed to a trailer at one point because I thought the needle trailer would work really good, but actual an oval trailer works better than that. You can save per gallon about 2 miles per gallon with a different kind of trailer, and it makes a big old difference, especially if your tires are aired up. If you have new tires, can make a big difference on, having your tires, brand new tires on your truck, or having air in your tires or new used tires in your truck, make a big difference in how your truck and your trailer is driving. But not only that, it will help you with fuel efficiency. There's a lot of things. So those are my top 10. I'm going to go through them really fast. First one was truck expenses. 2 was marketing expenses. Number 3 was pay-per-click expenses. Number 4 was insurance, full coverage, unnecessary. Number 5 was unnecessary tools. Number 6 was break-ins, robberies, theft of a vehicle. Number 7, running a secondary business where you have no business doing. Number 8 is staying at home. Instead of being out on the street and being physically picking up stuff, you're at home making your employees do it, because that's a big expense. Number 9 is not being efficiency enough for your business. This is a big deal to me. And number 10, fuel costs. Fuel costs, fuel expense, putting fuel in your truck all the time. That could be a big expense for you. Okay, guys, so those are my top 10. Now, I want to say something really fast. Junk Underdog, I told you to remind me, but I just remembered anyway. I know it's tough to save money in junk removal because you have home expenses. You have kids. You have kids are expensive. You have insurance. You have a car bill. You have a mortgage bill. You decide. A lot of people are really bad at managing money. I will tell you this. God, there's so many people out there. There's hundreds and millions of people and thousands of people and thousands of people that do junk removal that are really bad with money. But here's the thing about it. You were bad with money before you started junk removal. Okay, this is not something new to you. And you know when you're bad at money. I think there's a lot of people that are really bad at money. But you know it. It's not like I'm telling you something. This is not a secret. Okay, you know you're bad at money. And then you got into a business that makes a lot of money, and then you start spending more. And one of the biggest expenses could be buying a new car, buying a watch, buying cool sunglasses, buying a GoPro camera. You're like, hey, I'm making a lot of money, I'm going to start buying this. And then you forget to tend to one thing, and that thing's really important, is setting money to the side and setting it and saving it for these bad expenses. For these expenses I just talked about. And those are, one of those things that a lot of people take for granted is money that you save up. Listen, saving money is a very important part of your business. I know it's tough to save money. I know it's tough. I had those problems for years. I fixed those problems, and now I save a lot of money on a monthly basis. I save a really great money on a monthly basis. This is something that you have to train your mind to do. This is something that you have to be able to really sit down and find what your expenses and your sales, your expenses, your liabilities, your expenses. Just find that number out. You know what I mean? How much you make. And I want to try to do this really simple so people can understand. Sales is what you make on a daily basis. Sales is what you make on a daily basis. That's a total amount. Okay, and I'm going to try to dumb this up for y'all. Sales is everything. If you made $1,000 going to work in one day, that is called sales. That's how much you sold in one day with your service. You made $1,000. Expenses is anything that you expensed. Anything like gas, because you needed gas to go do the job. You needed to dumping fees. You needed to stop and get something, a t-shirt at Walmart for your job because you needed gloves. You got a flat tire. That is an expense. Anything that comes out of your pocket is an expense. Then you subtract that expense from the sales and you get your profit. And that's what you take home. And, so let's just say I made $1,000. My expenses were only $500. I took home $500 profit. That makes sense. Out of those $500 profit, I am going to pocket $50 of that money for me, and $450 is going to be saved. That's how I do it, okay? I take about 10, 20% sometimes of that money, and I keep that money for myself for, anything like that. But there are a lot of people out there, a lot, and don't think, oh, I don't do that, because you've done it in the past. They take those $500, $100, they save, $400 they spend. So that doesn't get them far, because that $100 goes in bills. Insurance, mortgage, groceries, buying your kid those new Nikes, anything like that. So anyway, guys, I want to do a quick video. I am going to Grapevine today to have fun with my wife. We're going to do some holiday stuff right now. We're about to leave right now. So I will talk to y'all later, guys. I appreciate y'all staying tuned. These are the top 10 of my expenses. Mine. I didn't look at this down. I just started reading them, thinking and writing them down, and then I give it to y'all. So take it for what it's worth right there, guys. I appreciate everybody staying tuned to the channel. Really appreciate that. And click the thumbs up, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't really care. I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Don't forget, if you like my video, subscribe to the right side. And the left side, check out my other videos. And I will talk to you later. Wait. Junk removal. Junk Dog says wait. Okay? What's up, dude? Mom? Yeah? Honey bunny, you want to come and be in my video? Here's my wife. My wife's coming in my video really fast. Baby, come on in my video. She I have to seduce her.
What am I coming in here for?
Nothing. We're just chilling.
Oh.
Look right there. So we've been tell them about what we've been doing, and I'm gonna wait until Junk Underdog you say something. Tell them about what we've been doing every week.
Christmas stuff.
What?
Christmas stuff?
Yeah, so we've been doing something Christmassy every weekend. Mm-hmm. Last night we were in the Enchanted in Dallas, and then we went to go see Christmas trees.
Friday night.
Mm-hmm. What else, babe?
Let me see. You got me trapped.
Yeah, I got you trapped.
What do you mean? Like this weekend?
Yeah, and today we're going to Grapevine Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas during there and walk around and stuff and have some lunch and breakfast and stuff like that, right?
Lunch and breakfast, yeah.
Anyway, this is my wife, Heather. If y'all hadn't seen her, she was in the video when we first met, and now she's leaving. I think you're adjusting. You're adjusting. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all saying. Well, you know what? Now, Junk, I gotta go, dude. God, look at this. I sold 8,000 and only made 1,500 because of expense and did not account for the other shit. Yeah, and that happens all the time, Junk Underdog. That's a normal thing that can happen, brother. That is normal for a junk removal owner. He said, hi, boss lady. That's Junk Underdog right there.
Hi.
And that's normal when it comes to, the process of making money and not expecting those unexpected expenses, Sometimes you really got to think about how much you're using, how much you're, don't think, listen, just because you made $1,000 and your expenses are only $500 in one day, that your expenses and your profit is $500. Because listen, you didn't take insurance in consideration for that day. You didn't take your mortgage. You didn't take the price of your truck. You're still making payments on the truck and the trailer. There's so many more expenses that you never think of, okay? Anyway, guys, I'm going to go now. I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget, if you like my video, subscribe over there to the right side. You point, Mom. Over there to the right side. And on the left side, check out my other videos.